It is Wednesday. You feel what I mean? It's hump day. It is. That means we halfway there. The week is almost fucking over. Hey, cheers to the weekend. I'm sure we all look forward to it. Now look, you seen that header. You know what I mean? It was so much to unpack in this documentary, The Reckoning. You feel what I'm saying? It was so much to unpack to where I had to continue the conversation. It is so many different conversations I can pull out of this goddamn documentary. But today we're going to have a two-parter. Okay? I'm going to pick y'all brains because I love when shit like this happen, because what it does is allows me to, you know what I'm saying, to do a deep dive of how everybody thinks. You know what I mean? Now, my question is, and hear me out, there was a male escort on The Reckoning, okay? Big, juicy lip nigga. You know what I'm saying? Looked like two booties on his mouth or whatever. But you seen him. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. He looked a lot better earlier in his day. You know what I mean? Now, he looked like he might have just kind of started letting it go. I'm just trying to understand how they hide him. Now, when I looked at some of the old pics, I said, okay, he got a physique. He look like he might have stamina. He look like he might be dinka. You did. Or whatever. So I was like, shit, the nigga probably doing everything. But he was asking them how they can stay up. So that says to me that maybe, you know what I mean? But anyway, to each his own. But anyway, there was a male escort on that bitch. You feel me? And he was the one who got hired allegedly by Cassie. Now, you know Diddy ain't finna just call some niggas. Of course he gonna have somebody call, but that's neither here or there. Every time they hooked up, it was Cassie who called this nigga. Like, look, freak off alert. You know what I mean? We coming in hot. I need you to meet me such and such. Blah, blah, blah. He would show up. He would dick them all down. You feel me? He would do that to Cassandra. Now, let's be honest. He would be paid a fee. He said sometimes he'd go over there, he'd hit some ass, and he'd get paid like $6 or some shit like that. You feel me? $6,000 for his time. Now, one thing that was crazy, now this is viewers' discretion advised. Okay? They would take his man milk. You feel me? They'd take it. And he used to say, like, what are y'all doing with my man milk? You feel me? And Diddy used to like Cassie to play with it and drink it and all types of shit. Now listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you the context. Okay? Now, fast forward. He came over there, he done got some. It's Cassie. Diddy over that motherfucker behind the curtain, trying to act like he ain't Diddy, but everybody knows his freaky ass. You dig? And he proceeds to have sex with Cassandra, and they take his man milk. Okay? I'm so sorry you just poured your creamer. Hey, I couldn't predict that. You feel me? Now listen. Long story short, now this man is now suing Diddy and Cassie. He said that he is a victim. You know what I mean? He says that he contracted a STD. And he said that he needs to be compensated for his hurt and pain. Okay? Now, I've seen a lot of people in the comments saying he need to get his check. If Cassie got hers, he should be able to get his. Is y'all stupid? I'm so... Are you... See, look. I know, guys, you guys are emotional because Diddy had to cut that check to that lady. Okay? But with all the things that she went through, she deserved every cent of that money. But here's the difference. He was willingly involved. He knew what the job consisted of before he even got there. He got paid. He was in there eating butt, popping ecstasy. You feel me? He admitted it. He said it. He even starts off the interview saying, hey, A friend of mine thought I would be a nice gigolo. You know what I mean? So she put a little package together. The first person that calls me was Cassie. So, what I want to know, and I want you guys to give me a call. I done gave you guys my synopsis. I want to know, you feel me? Is he a victim? Do you think that his claim holds weight? Now, y'all already know the number, 678-235-4338. Call me right now. Do Dick and Balls have a lawsuit? Now, a lot of people saying she wasn't that innocent. Okay, now we finna get into the meat and the potatoes. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Call from.
What it do, family?
What it do, too?
What's up?
First of all, let me say this. I haven't sent this, and I suggest that we watch it on this little good here, little Day internet, on this Twitch today. But let me go ahead.
I don't think I can stream Netflix through Twitch.
Know.
I think it's a copyright.
We should. Let's check and see. Now let's talk about it. You said should Booty Boy be compensated?
Yes.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Why not?
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
Because you sucked it from the back. You got your booty blew in. You got bubbles ran up your ass. You willingly let them come suck you dry. Your fault, sir. Not showing no kind of motherfucking pity for you. Your booty was check on demand. You understand? When they said, Diddy said, or Cassie said, hey, Craig, whatever the fuck his name is, we got a check for you. Diddy want to blow in your ass, and so do I. And we got 3 other guys do too. Are you down for the $20,000 check? He said, booty wide open, nut is straining. Yes, I do. So, facts. He went. Okay? Nobody put a gun to your head. Nobody forced you to go to the hotel room. You went with your trench coat on and your motherfucking your jock strap already ready. Okay? Let's talk about it. When Diddy poured out the baby oil and gave you ecstasies and shrooms and Lord knows what else, the weed, the cocaine, you was sucking it off of his peen, you was sucking it off her clit, you was blowing booty, bubbles and booty holes. You did all this willingly. Nobody stumped you out in the hotel hallway. Nobody drugged you by your hair back to the room. Nobody kicked you down the hallway like you was a rag doll. I did not see that. I did not hear that. I heard you say he willingly took ecstasy. He willingly got his booty blowed in. He willingly got cum sucked to the guards. You did. But at the end of the day, you went home with maybe a bloody booty hole. I don't know. You went home with maybe no net for a week. Probably so. But guess what? You had $20,000 to $30,000 to drop that booty hole. You went and probably bought Hermes, Balenciaga, some Gucci.
She gotta get the fuck off my shit. Hey, you gotta get the fuck off my shit. Don't call me back. Hey, do not call me back, bro. Hey, listen, time out.
Call from.
Hey! That's not fair. That's not fair. That is not fair. I was not done. You asked me a question, and by law of button breakfast, you have to let me finish. You have to let me finish. I suggest you get a brown paper bag, because I am not motherfucking through. Like I was motherfucking saying, you truffle butter booty ass nigga, you don't deserve 50 cents. You can't compare yourself to Cassie and the miscarriages and the babies that was kicked out of you. Can't compare yourself. You would willingly suck dick, you willingly got your booty blown in, you willingly, have Puffy do the unthinkable, daddy at you. You did that. Cassie, whether she stuck vibrators up your ass or motherfucking booty balls. You wanted that, sir. So no, you don't deserve 50 cents. You don't deserve anything. I want to say 50 Cent is the GOAT. This documentary, I have not yet seen it, but every clip and everything I've heard about it is top notch. It's okay, too. It's okay. No, that motherfucker don't deserve no money. because he should have never let Diddy stick fingers up his ass where Cassie drug stuck them dry. Should have
But
never let it happen.
you absolutely.
Okay.
But so much detail for the nigga who ain't seen the documentary yet.
Call from.
Hey, to the phone. I ain't gonna put up today. I promise. But you already know what the answer is. The answer is no. We're not giving him a damn thing. Why would we give that nigga nothing? He an escort. He don't know what so we supposed to get our phone?
So
He need a janitor.
so was Cassie not an escort?
He's no escort. He's a friend. That's too different pay grade for one. You can't keep getting up on the exec level when you supposed to be getting up on the janitor level. This nigga, he didn't know what his job was. He didn't know what he was coming for. Escort. Nigga, I called you to come and do this. I ain't called her to come and do this.
Facts.
She was down boozing and hoodweed. She just was dumb as hell for it. But that nigga knew what he was coming into. What else he going to a house with a couple? I know I'm here for one of y'all, but which one is it? Or it's both of y'all.
Facts.
What? I'm not giving that nigga nothing. I ain't giving him a food stamp or a dollar. He ain't gonna be there on one. He ain't gonna want it.
What fucked me up was when Buddy said Diddy come downstairs hiding his face and shit and sit in the chair and try to talk like he wasn't Diddy. I'd do anything to hear that.
Like, hey, I'm here. You calling for me? You looking for me? Yeah, I know.
Nah, bro. That shit got me weak as hell. That shit got me weak as hell. Yeah, terrible.
You tell him, quote me on it. Sugarfoot, we ain't giving you nothing. Give you a sacrifice. Clown.
Sugarfoot.
Sugarfoot, give you a nut.
Facts. Thank you so much for calling, Pooh. Love you back. Alright, so look. Alright, we talking the reckoning. Now on there was a male escort. You feel me? He was sleeping with Diddy and Cassie over a course of 8 years. Can't make this type of shit up. Now, he knew what it meant when they called him. You know what I'm saying? When the phone rung, you already knew that you was a freak off about to go down. He said that some days they would go 3 to 5 days, up to 7 days. They would keep going on and on and on. And Diddy had more oil than Johnson & Johnson itself. Swear to God, he never ran out of oil. Now, here's the thing. Since all of these lawsuits and since everything has been happening, now the escort is now suing Diddy and Cassie and said that he is stressed the fuck out. He said since they was with him, you know what I'm saying, he had a lot of emotional distress. He also said that he contracted a STD, okay, or whatever. So here's the thing. A lot of people was in the comments saying, hey, he should get paid because Cassie got paid. And a lot of people's opinions, they feel like Cassie is not a victim, that Cassie was a willing participant. Now, I want to talk about something before we get back into the phone calls because this is a very interesting topic. I want to know, is there a such thing as a victim being bamboozled? Now, this is the reason why I'm asking the question. Sometimes we have kids. We've covered some cases of a child being groomed, right? And becoming accustomed on how they treat the person who's been doing them wrong. I remember when we was reading a lot of the text messages from the trial, right? And we was looking at a 13-year-old say some things that she said, and the first thing that a lot of women wanted to say was she was fast. Not that she had to adapt, but she was fast. Like, people don't understand that Stockholm Syndrome is real. Let me explain how real it is. You guys wanted Cassie to be able to leave and be able to say something. When over a course of 27 years, this man was able to make grown-ass men, influential ass people stay fucking silent. So I have to bring this up because to me that shit blows me. A lot of people say, oh, well, she know what she was. Where the fuck was she going to go? This is what I want to ask because, see, this is the thing about it is people were not talking. I'm talking about people who was in the room with Kim Porter getting beat up. People who was in the room with some of these people. And these were grown men that was in the room with this man. Now, if you don't expect these grown men to say anything, how do you expect a 19-year-old who don't know shit to know what to do? I want to just know that. I just want to answer that question because a lot of people don't understand how scary that shit can actually be. Motherfuckers is dying. People is dying, bro. And then you got somebody who's telling you that he'll unalive you and you have nothing. It ain't nowhere you can hide. You know what I'm saying? I think we seen the prime example when Shawty was trying to get the fuck on. What he did. So I could only imagine. Even when she tried to move on with Kid Cudi, he about to unalive them both. So we're hearing these stories and we're hearing so many people not saying anything. Why is it okay or why is it different that the Diddys, you know what I mean? The Ray J's, the Stevie J's, the Kurt Burrows, the 50 Cents, the everybody who was around at this time who knew what the fuck was going on, what makes them okay to not say nothing, but then y'all got them criticize Cassie to be able to do that? You know what I mean? I just really want to know. Now, I watched the whole documentary. Nelly Pooh. I'm asking what the difference is. Because her being threatened would be a lot worse than a grown-ass man getting threatened, and a lot of people got threatened. A lot of people didn't say nothing about Diddy for mad long. So, what was she supposed to do? That's my next question. I want to know, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Is it not possible for a grown-ass woman to be a victim and not be able to leave? I want to know. You feel what I mean? Because I just see a lot of victim blaming going on, not just with Cassie, but in a lot of different situations. We even seen it with Naziah. She was 13 years old. You know what I mean? All she known all her life. You dig what I mean? What to do to be able to survive and to feel wanted. So because she was groomed to preserve or to do a certain act on somebody who she thought she loved, people looked at her as being fast, and they don't understand the mind could get so easily swayed. Can you not see how many people was getting swayed under Diddy? Even Kim Porter, J-Lo. So I'm trying to understand how a 19-year-old cannot be a victim. So that's what we're talking about now. Call me up right now. 678-235-4338. The lines is back open. I want to go to the comments. What are you saying? Because people like to blame the victim. Yes, sir. This man didn't even want my brother to stop working for him until Diddy fired him. It shouldn't be possible. The money. Everything she knew and could think of was tied to him and his name. Unless she disappeared to Bali, Diddy would have found her. The same way he found out about what Kim Porter and Missa were doing. I gotta goddamn say it. Yep. Yeah. He even found out what Craig Mack was doing. You feel me?
Call from East.
What it do, family?
Hey, Too. How you doing?
Good afternoon, darling. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I had to chime in. Get on my nerves.
Okay, I want to know.
I think that people get comfortable with blaming women. Mm-hmm. It's like they want women to be the nurturer, the provider, the common sense, the God in so many ways, but where's the protection for her? Mm-hmm. If everyone that's connected to Diddy, including his children, will not say anything, what makes you think she's going to say something?
Mm-hmm.
it's weird. Like, everybody wants to blame the woman. Are we as powerful as this man? We watching this man shoot people in the bathroom.
Facts.
And the cops are covering it up.
Facts.
So, what is it that you want her to do? You want her to be as evil as him? You want her to go about things the way he went about things? It just doesn't make any sense. What are y'all looking at us for?
Mm-hmm.
What is she supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that man is completely to blame. First of all, you were only there for a little while. You got called every so often. This girl was with this man 24/7 for years.
Facts.
And he controlled everything she did. He controlled all her money. He even controlled the way she communicated with her family.
Facts.
So I don't know what it is that people, it's just really victim blaming. I think a lot of people do the rage baiting thing where they try to make you upset. They try to find a reason to blame the victim. And sometimes I think those people might be victims too.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they've been blamed in a lot of situations where they don't know how to fight for themselves. So I think I think everybody around Diddy is to blame. Every single person. Those kids are no longer kids.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 30-year-old men
Mm-hmm.
that know how to do 30-year-old men things.
Mm-hmm.
They got their own cases to fight. His mama ain't no better.
Facts.
His mama allowed abuse to happen to him.
Facts.
His mama allowed all of those little sex parties that she was having in the house for him to be exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watching this man and wondering how he got so evil. It's because he has the power to change and do whatever he wants to do. So now these victims have to come at him like, yo, I'm finna sue the mess out this nigga because how else can I touch him? The only thing that matters to him is money.
His money.
The only thing that matters to those male escorts was money.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he did what he did. And now he's just jumping on the bandwagon, trying to be a victim. I don't see him as a victim. I'm sorry.
Hey, well said. There wasn't nothing you didn't say that I didn't agree with. Well put together, and I totally agree. I feel like there's a lot of victim blaming going on, and I feel like people are not understanding the dynamics of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're an unimpressionable 19-year-old. You know, a lot of people are looking at the glitz and glamour, but they're not looking at the things underneath. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
Yeah.
She was warranted to do certain things. So the way that it appeared in the media was not the way that it was behind closed doors. And that shit is crazy as hell that people could see anything different than that. You know what I mean? But to each his own.
Absolutely. And if you grew up in Atlanta or if you've been around Atlanta, you see girls like that get sucked into the industry all the time.
Yeah.
They look for impressionable girls. They look for people they know they can control.
Yep.
And then people, you know, so it's just hella weird. I hate that this is going on. I really hope that justice is served to all the victims.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope they keep this man in jail. He does not deserve to be free at all.
Nah, 50 months, he got away with murder. And I mean, he did. A couple of times. You feel what I'm saying? He really did.
Mm-hmm.
That junk is crazy as I don't know what.
Yeah, so I had to call in because I'm like, man, I'm so tired of hearing just people blame her, people blame everybody else but him, people blaming 50 Cent for putting out the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
No one is looking at this man and what he's done after all these years.
Facts. I agree. Thank you so much, but well said.
All right, talk to you later.
All righty. Now, if you're just tuning in, we are talking The Reckoning. Now, we seen that there was a male escort inside of the documentary. He is now suing Diddy and Cassie. He says that he should be getting money for emotional distress. He feel like he got an STD by dealing with him. Yet and still, he continued to have a relationship with them for over 8 years. Okay. Now, it's some crazy shit that's going on. And the more I watched this documentary more than once already. And the more it seemed like I rewatch it, I find something that I missed the first time around. It's some real strange shit going on. I think Diddy's always been strange. I don't understand how people couldn't see how manipulative this man was. He thrived off taking men, women. He was just a real arrogant, insecure little boy. You feel me? But I honestly feel like it did start with his mama. They got a crazy ass relationship, and I always think about this clip. We're gonna watch it real quick. Let's take a look.
Yeah, my mom's is gorgeous. Let me introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrated. What's up, Mom?
Good, baby. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Something is very weird. Now, when they saying they getting the drip, they getting the IV because they've been partying probably for days. First of all, who want to party with their old ass mama? Let's start there. Second of all, mothers, please take your titties out your son's mouth. Because it's her ass that's partially responsible for his type of behavior. Like, for real. Something went wrong somewhere, goddamn. Like, dead ass serious, but let's keep going.
Love you too. Mom, freshly dipped though.
She even got the white nails.
I was trying to show you shoes. Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's is single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Then my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. And she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be. That shit will be.
I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that, cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom do not have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. And outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know, I'm gonna live life. We out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. You know? Flat. Oh. Take pew pew pew.
Yeah, that's some different type of shit to me, dog. You know what I mean? So look, we finna open these lines back up, okay? And we're talking about the male escort. He is now suing Cassie and Diddy. Even though he participated in sleeping with Cassie and Diddy over a course of 8 years, he's now wanting to receive punitive damages.
Call from.
Hey,
Oh shit! What it do, family?
okay, listen to. This is what was there out on the internet. You can search it. I came upon it. I don't know when, but I know it was a video I saw. First of all, that's not his real mama. That's the auntie. She was fucking the daddy. Okay? She was screwing the daddy. The daddy was a mad pimp. Like when I tell you the daddy was cold out here.
Yeah, he was also a snitch. Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect. That one he called his mama, that's the auntie. That was the daddy hoe. Okay? The white nails is a symbolic of the holiness of the shit. Like, kind of like stay in line. I don't know. That was something that the daddy came up with.
So who is his mama?
Now, I don't know who his biological mother is, but that lady ain't his mama. He fucking that I don't give a fuck what nobody say. 10 toes 10, call me Day on the wind. That is his motherfucking one of his hoes. You heard what this bitch just said?
No, I know his. I mean, I know for a fact that she used to be his dad's bottom. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, and it's his bottom too. She said, "Come straight to the ground." He said, "Pew pew." Why would that be something funny that your mother say? And I'd be like, "Hey, yo, mom, chill." You know, like that's something nasty. First of all, you didn't kiss this woman straight on the lips. Pedophiles ain't pedophiles. I'm a girl. I love my mama down. My mother was in the hospital dying too. I never kissed my mama on the lips, like, unless I was a little girl. But me as a grown-ass woman, that shit just, like, weird to me. Even my nana, before she passed, I didn't kiss on the lips. That's just, like, a different kind of freaky to me. Now, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's just a different kind of freaky to me. I ain't kissing you on the lips unless I wanted you to be my boo, and then you could get a little tongue. But other than that, that's nasty. This nigga, I'm telling you, let me say this. I definitely agree with the other caller, for sure, because what people keep taking away is Cassie was 100% a victim. Okay? What people don't understand is this hoe ass, bitch ass, dick in the booty ass nigga groomed her. Cassie was groomed. Okay? She just didn't fall into that shit. He groomed her, then he gave her everything she wanted, then slowly but surely started kicking her ass, feeding her with drugs, and just puppeteering her. I don't feel like, now, am I saying that in some things she may have done? I, myself, don't feel like at no point in time she did anything in her right mind. I think anything and everything she did was out of fear. I do believe that. I do believe that this motherfucker had her so scared she did what she had to do in order not to get her ass kicked. Okay? Because the way he was fucking her up in a hotel in that hallway was just some next level to me. And I didn't have my ass kicked. But that nigga was doing some different kind of, like he was Blue Jones or some shit. He was fucking her up, tossing that baby like a fucking rag doll. And I had my ass kicked. That nigga was kicking ass. In the towel. Bitch, one hand. This nigga is crazy. I'm sorry, Kathy. I'm not laughing at you because I didn't have my ass whooped too. So, bitch, we domestic violence sisters at this point. I'm just saying. I see where you were not a victim. I mean, where you were a victim. I definitely see how you were groomed from day one. If you didn't find him, he found you. He definitely seeked her out. He pitted her against Kim. He did everything he had to do strategically. And I believe that. I believe it. So, yeah, her getting the prostitutes and helping him toss the truffle butter, I think, like, nobody should be rewarded. Cassie got her do deals, and that should be it. Other than that, I don't think that nobody, especially not a fucking escort who was getting 20, 30, 40, ain't no telling how much money after they ripped your ass open they was paying you. Quite sure when they was sucking your nut dry, as you say, sir, you probably got a better check than the last check. So you can sit your dumb ass down. You got your payday a long time ago. So what you should have did was banked it or spent it wisely. Don't hop on the Me Too train now. He need to sit the fuck down. But I definitely agree with the last caller. Bookie, you was intellectual, but you know I always got to put my bullshit on him. And he still is a truffle blow booty in the ass, dick in the ass, booty ass nigga. Don't deserve shit. No tea, no shade though.
So to my second part. My second part of the question. Now, in this documentary, we've also seen Justin Combs was in a lot of these incidents. Okay? They say he was in the room with his daddy, slinging dick. I think something is a little disturbing about that. You did? Like, nigga, I don't want to be in a room with no parents slanging shit. So for him to be in the room, you know what I'm saying, with his pops, and they knocking down some women, that's gross to me. But they shared some women. You feel me? But that's just nasty. I don't know why he would want Diddy juice anywhere near him. I think Christian Combs has also intermingled in some shit that's gonna come back and bite him. And see, he got the same snout as Diddy. He got the same snout, so I know he did some shit. I know for a fact that he did some shit. Now, Quincy don't be around all of the other shit, the freak offs and stuff, because I believe that Quincy may be a little fruity. You know what I mean? And hey, it ain't no problem. But I think that's why he doesn't be in the rest of the bullshit. Because I think that he dates men and Diddy put on this public persona, like, you know what I'm saying? He can't do that, even though he do that. But you know what I mean? Is crazy. Now, my question is, I'm saying all of this to say this. The children. Because we see all of them holding hands, going into the courthouse and shit, looking like a goddamn YMCA commercial. I want to know, do you think the children, you know what I'm saying, knows the truth about their father, or do you think they're oblivious? Do you think by now, you know what I'm saying, with everything that has been said, that's been done, especially when it comes down, you know what I'm saying, to Kim Porter and things like that, do you think that they truly know what's going on? I want to know your honest opinion on that. Call me right now, 678-235-4338, and shit they get dealt with as well. Because we seen in that documentary that Justin was around a lot of shit. And we also heard Puffy say, you know, putting a lot of pressure on the kids to do something to vindicate him, why God told him not to do anything. I want to know right now, do you think the twins know? Do you think the twins have seen anything? I want to know. Call me right now. Don't stop knocking. Call me now. 678-235-4338. We are talking The Reckoning, the documentary. We're talking, could the... Hey, boo. Because as soon as I answer this damn phone, I'm thinking about that ain't stupid ass, this truffle butter. How you doing today, boo?
I'm doing good. This Kiva from the D.
What's up, boo?
What's up? Okay, so I'm calling to respond off of a comment I seen in the chat. Serena was saying, like, why Cassie, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to my girl yesterday. She was in college with Diddy.
Okay.
She went to
Howard. Okay.
They were in the same dorm.
Okay.
And she was telling me about the girlfriend. I don't know if everybody, you know, might have heard the story about the girl that he had jumped on.
Yeah, that he beat up in front of the dorm. Yeah.
Right. She said that is completely true. He dragged that girl outside, whipped her with a belt, and he cut all her hair off. I didn't even know about the haircutting.
He cut the hair off outside?
Yes. He whooped her butt because he had an issue with her, and he cut her hair off. She said he cut her hair short too. Right? He cut all her hair off. And this is the kicker. She looked like Cassie.
For real, huh?
She said that girl looked just like Cassie. So I don't know if he just had a thing where maybe this girl was not, you know, he wasn't able to control her or get her in line, if you will. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And when he ran across Cassie Part 2, he had to get that. Oh. And look what he did to her over all that time. Everything that he wanted to inflict on old girl from in college, he wasn't able to do. He did it for her.
Damn.
I just thought that was kind of ironic when she told me that.
No, that's very ironic.
Wow.
No, that's very ironic. That's crazy.
So yeah, I just wanted to comment on when I seen Serena say that. I said, "Yep, I gotta tell y'all about that." She just told me this yesterday. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Damn. Thank you, sis, for calling in. That is crazy as hell. I'm gonna tell you my theory. You know, I watch enough shows and shit. And sometimes you got this thing that happens with sons to where they despise their mother so much to where they see their mother in a lot of women that they date. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I think about Missa, Sarah, Cassie, probably the girl that she's talking about in college, all of them kind of give me reminders of a young Janice, of his mom. And I'm trying to figure out, like, he got some type of hate towards women so bad to where he feels like money is everything. And I think that his mother kind of taught him that money was everything, being that with his dad, that's all he really did. Kept her fresh and kept her laced no matter what the fuck he was doing outside of the home. And I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, when we was looking at them documentaries, that shit that Sean had on when he was a kid, nigga, you feel what I mean? She spent money on this nigga. You feel what I mean? So it's like, I think that it's a lot of shit that he adapted from his fucking mom. And I'm just being real. The sad part about this whole situation is that this nigga was hurting every woman in his life. There was not one safe woman. And I want people to understand that shit. A lot of people think that Kim, like Kalina, whatever the fuck her, she was pissing me off really bad in the documentary when she was trying to make it seem like Kim Porter didn't tolerate shit. Yes, she did. The fuck? They all did. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people gotta just be quiet. The fuck? 678-235-4338. Yeah, they said he cut Cassie's hair, right? I remember that. Yeah, he cut Cassie's hair too. I think his mom tried to beat the gay out of him. I wouldn't doubt it. She didn't have a choice. He was grooming Young Miami to be a little Janice. I wouldn't doubt that neither.
Call from Dorothy Whiskey.
What it do, family?
What it do, Cody Tom?
Ain't shit.
So, okay, all right. So, Diddy, the Diddler.
Mm-hmm.
I think half of these people, half of these celebrities who ain't saying nothing. Okay, let's put them in threes. I think a third of these celebrities ain't saying nothing out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other third is not saying nothing because they were willing participants.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other third got manipulated into a if you can't beat them, join them mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy is, like you said, has been a manipulator the entire time. I don't really see how anybody who knew about it and wanted to say something would not have been manipulated into not saying, whether that been fear, money, death, whatever the case may be.
Facts. Blackmail. Yep.
Exactly. I don't think that anybody got done as bad as Cassie did and Kim Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Out of everybody who is claiming to be a victim from Diddy. I'm not saying that those people aren't victims because it is Diddy at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that they deserve the same thing Cassie got, or for people on the outside looking in to say that, oh, well, Cassie got it, why can't such and such get it? It's just like, you can't compare those situations. He was a manipulator the entire time of everybody. It was a whole syndicate from the law down to the
you ain't
little
lying.
kids on the streets that's working. You know what I'm saying? So it's very unfortunate that Cassie was dragged into that so young, because by the time she was already dragged into that, he had already had something going to the point where there were people knowing what he was doing that wasn't saying nothing.
Facts.
And it wasn't going to start until Cassie came around.
Facts. They're facts. I mean, you really just hit the nail on the head. I mean, and it's just like, the thing about it too that makes it so messed up is a lot of people don't understand that he threatened Cassie's mama. Like, where was this girl supposed to go? And I just be wanting people to understand that part. Like, there's a difference in me and you sometimes. And let's think about it. We turn on social media right now and we see a lot of domestic violence situations where dudes catch up to their girlfriends. So if regular schmegular degler dudes is able to do this shit, can you imagine what it would be if you are a fucking Sean Combs? That girl wouldn't have been able to go nowhere. Facts.
Mr. Bad Boy.
Bro, it's I think people not understanding the true dynamic on why that girl would have stayed put. What the fuck?
I don't think that girl stayed put to protect herself, because my thing is she was already getting her ass beat and trying to leave and all that good
Facts.
stuff. I think she was doing that to protect her loved ones, her family, and her friends, and people who didn't have shit to do with that.
True.
She did that to protect them.
I wouldn't doubt it.
At a certain point, them family members started to figure out what the fuck was going on. But if she tried to leave or do anything other than what she did, which was sue that man after the fact, somebody would have died.
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
love you back. Well said. Hey, no, that's well said. You know what I'm saying? I heard she wanted it to cut it too after her hair didn't grow back right when she hit her against the bed frame and split it. The thing that's so crazy is people sometimes can't be naive when it comes down to certain shit, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I understand that we see situations where a female would return back to her abuser, and we look at that shit as if she wanted to go back. When you don't realize the control that a man would enforce before anything else. Like, first of all, they strip him of all financial situations. You know what I'm saying? Threaten family members. You know what I mean? When you're 19-year-old and in your first relationship, I mean, Ryan Leslie, she was in a relationship with, but I mean, your first main relationship is with a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Who has so much fucking power, it is pathetic. It has a different type of effect. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to understand that shit. Now, granted, I'm not saying that there might not have been certain things that she was complicit in. I mean, I get that part, but I don't think y'all understand how powerful this motherfucker really was. I mean, nigga, he went into Kid Cudi's house when Kid Cudi wasn't there. Did something with his dog, my nigga. And Kid Cudi ain't ever even said nothing. So what the fuck did y'all expect for little 92-pound Cassie to do? Y'all, I'm just trying to understand it, ladies. Please enlighten me, because I am lost in the sauce when it come down to this type of shit. Yep, and he was bringing Biggie and other Crips and Bloods together. Like, bro, it's crazy. And then imagine this. Imagine witnessing some of this shit. And this nigga was on live album saying like, "Yo, I drop $1 million off your head, make you disappear." And niggas is watching niggas disappear. Like, it's not. I think it's easier said than done. For real. What it do, family?
Hey, Tutu.
Hey, boo boo.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to see you back in good health too, baby.
Getting there. Hell yeah, getting there.
Listen, happy holidays.
You as well.
So let's get down to this demon monster.
Okay, let's get.
Okay, so much to say, but I'm going to try to keep it real. I'm going to give you about 2 or 3 points.
Okay.
Listen, all of this, at the end of the day, really comes down to some spirituality from my perspective, right? Mm-hmm. I know you watch Gene Deal just as much as I do.
Yes.
And I'm not even a conspiracy person. I'm just like, I'm a Libra. Mm-hmm. You know, you see things both ways. Mm-hmm. He's a Libra too, now that I think about it. What I feel from Gene Deal is a very earnest man. Mm-hmm. He may not be the most well-versed in anything. He may not say things a way that we want him to say it. But I feel like in his earnesty, he has been consistent. And
I agree.
Truthful.
I agree.
Mr. Deal told us on one occasion that he saw this nigga pick up like a bird or some shit, and the shit just died. And if you remember him saying that,
yes,
that he went to some type of relief. He saw. We actually hear these people also say that this man's eyes turned black.
Yes.
In that face.
Yes.
When your eyes turn black too.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't.
Exactly. No, for real. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
You know, and I'm not even shaming, because I do feel like there's power in those things, and it's not always bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can use it either way. There's some magic in all black people.
Facts.
Right? And you can use that in any way you see fit. Sometimes we forget.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy remembered. And Diddy made some decisions early in his career when Clive Davis stepped into his stratosphere. They found the right nigga to do their bidding, and he did it. He was willing, and they know how to figure out who was willing to do it. You notice how Carl Thomas, we ain't hear nothing from that first dope ass album.
Ever. It just, you know what? It just surfaced on the internet. You couldn't even find the album at first, but somebody just put the whole album on the internet. But yeah, disappeared. But keep going.
As a connoisseur of good old school ass music, you already know that album was like everything.
It was.
And we were waiting for him to come back with that too.
Yep.
Why? Why he ain't go? What? You think he was up with that? What's up?
Yeah.
Okay, as far as those girls, I think this is really much going back to the spiritual thing, a sense of the father thing. It seems like Diddy got all these motherfuckers under some type of spell.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I don't mean, like I said, I'm not talking about, no hokey pokey. I'm not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But all of us are susceptible. All of us who have a spirit are susceptible to many things.
Mm-hmm.
I think about these girls. These twins, they were babies. They came into a situation where their mother was poisoned. She was poisoned. Even when Kim had that baby, I was like, oh my God, why did you do that again?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it seems like these things, like, you know how somebody could literally put you under a spell, not in that, like I said, hokey pokey way, but when you're in love.
Mm-hmm. No, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yep. And you could look into a person's eyes, and they could be doing you wrong right in front of your face.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it happening, and what do you do? You just let whatever that is until you break that spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think he is well connected in some type of demonic ass shit that I don't even want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know. And once you get in that situation, Young Miami, I feel like Young Miami, you know how he was willing to tell everybody he was in like a more of a business relationship with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doesn't it seems to me, you said Cassie and those who tend to lean on that good hair, light skin, whatever is over there, Misa, or lean on that side, right? It seems to me that Young Miami may have been his Janice doppelganger. Look at her.
No, true.
Look at where she is in her life.
I can see that.
Look where she was in her life. She had one son. I think she had one or two. I don't know. But again, it's a setup. Look at her. And we knew when we were looking, too, I don't care what nobody said, when we were looking at Young Miami date Diddy, we knew. When we looked at Young Miami and these pics with Diddy, and then the city girls, Young Miami, I ain't shaming no black woman because I love you. I love all y'all little hoes get into it and get to these dudes as well. But she's not JT was probably the person who was whatever it took for the city girls to be up, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you have to rely on? And once again, here comes this master charmer offering you money. She might be a city girl. It fits right into it. He didn't really care about her. She was just another way for him to move into a different demographic.
Looking like a damn... Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Looking like a damn fool holding that sign as he's shouting his undying love to Cassie, knowing that he didn't hurt this motherfucker's mind is sick, and I don't think people understand how he utilizes it. It's really pathetic.
But it's masterful in this way, right?
It is.
It's masterful, but then again, it was almost like, you know how you had the right person at the right time to do the right thing, and they got everybody to he was the perfect person to group. Clive Davis knew. You know how you can look at a dude in the street and you can tell whether he's desperate. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's something on him, but it's like thirsty. That's what it is.
It's hunger.
Thirst.
It's hunger.
Hunger.
Yeah.
Hunger. oh, okay. And they put little shit in front of you to see how far you gonna go.
Yeah.
What you gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what Diddy's problem was when he started fucking with these people about that alcohol. See, that devil can get in you and think that you're bigger and better than anything and everything around you.
Mm-hmm.
And they let him run him up. And for so many times, we knew, everybody, society knew this man was a monster.
Facts.
But they let that nigga run him up until he put them on Front Street. Can't do that. Because they're the same, they demand just like he is. That's where he got it from. They're just as demonic as he is. They do that same thing. Those Epstein files is full. We already know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not fool ourselves into thinking that just because he got this sentence, the devil is going to go away. He going to fight this until if he could get out a day earlier.
Oh, he will.
But he'll fight it.
Yeah.
Wasting money, wasting time. And those babies deserve better. Now, again, when you said this thing, I'm going to go back to this. When you said the thing about the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about that baby not being his, and looking at this child being wolf, again, much like what I think about Motown in that day, when you put a bunch of 19 to 30-year-old people, young hot black people together, and things are going to pop off.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And Motown, I'm not Motown, but at that whole era, all of them were right in that era. I was with them, and I looked at them like, okay, this is the new Black Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking about children that grew up in that experience, something that we would never, ever be familiar with. I'm not saying I feel sorry for them because there's victims out here. There's victims out here that deserve better, that didn't deserve what they did to them. And just imagine the ones that don't feel worth it, that didn't speak up.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood can afford not to speak up. Because they got the money to keep these things secret. They got the money to keep these Epstein files. They got the money to keep it secret. Diddy got all tapes on all these Negroes because he's diabolical enough to keep Diddy got so much intel, baby. That intel, whatever they got down there at whatever the FBI got, just imagine what they don't have.
Facts.
So, I feel sorry for the girls in that their mother is not here. And to see that your father victimized women of your age and your stature. And to understand that without the guidance of a mother, how do you rectify that?
It's gonna be
Now,
hard.
I'm not saying that I agree with his behaviors, but Christian, their big brother, who does not behave like a big brother. We look at these children, and I always said this, Diddy never set these children up for greatness. When you look at these boys, somebody should have had a business over here doing what he likes. Somebody should have had something going on over here. And somebody should have had something going on over here.
Because Diddy don't want anybody to outshine him. That's the thing. Even when it's his children.
Own children.
Facts.
Dude.
Yeah, that's what it. That's
His
what it is.
own
His
children.
own kids.
Most men, that's what nepotism is.
Mhm.
It's rising up.
So your
to
child.
put the next, put your,
Facts.
to leave, and he talk, what is his legacy?
Yeah. Hence LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a different type of thing, but it's really disgusting because that's one thing that I've learned from the documentary is that he truly cares about no one, and I mean absolutely no one but himself. It's
That
that
new
simple.
baby, she gonna put it the worst in any of them.
Oh, facts.
The new one, the newest baby who was conceived in the foolishness. Pray for the children too. I
Sure
love
will.
you all.
Love you too, boo. Thank you so much. You know, it's bye-bye. It's so sad though when you think about the children, right? Because granted, they can't help who their father is. But I feel so bad because I think a lot of the family is built on lies. And I think it's gonna eventually come out. There's no way. And I mean absolutely no way. I don't care what nobody says. There's absolutely no way that Justin can look at Diddy and not think about, is this my real father at his grown ass age now? I would just want a DNA test that I can see. It's 3 kids to me that's questionable. I mean, well, we already know that Quincy is not his at all. You know what I'm saying? But Sarah's daughter, what's her name? Chance, Justin, and Quincy, I do not believe is Diddy's kids. I'm so sorry. It just is what it is. I just don't believe it. They did a test a long time ago. Gene said, I don't believe it. And let me just explain to you why I don't believe it. When I think about the lengths of Diddy's money, he could have said anything at that time. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one at all. I mean, this motherfucker don't look nowhere near. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, the reason why I say this is because he wanted to control the kids of his nemesis. Now, when you look at this type of shit, now he had this dick control contest going on with Al B. Sure. You know what I'm saying? When Al B. Sure came to Uptown, Al B. Sure was that nigga. He was the first artist to be getting that guap. You know what I'm saying? As far as like a recognition in these charts and shit go. You feel me? And then all of a sudden he wants to adopt Quincy. Okay? And then you move on to Missa. You know what I'm saying? Misa, whatever the fuck. Now, she was dating a couple of his nemesis. We just seen on the motherfucking documentary, Eric Sermon. But then, nigga, we also got to understand that she had ties to Suge as well. You feel what I mean? So, goddamn. So, now, he's trying to take over Justin. Then you already go to Sarah. And I did some research on that shit. And her and Tupac was in a long-term fucking relationship. Now all of a sudden he got his child. You know, he got her child. You know, it's just some real shit. And I really noticed, you know what I'm saying, just how jealous minded Diddy really was. And I just don't believe Justin is his at all. You dig what I mean? He's crazy as hell. I just don't believe it. I don't think nobody have him looking like God. But I think that when you think about men, and I mean, let's go all the way down the line. I mean, Epstein. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of influential men that has done a lot of cutthroat shit that you guys would probably not even fathom. So it's things that can be done. It's shit that been swept up on the rug, like even smaller than this. You feel what I mean? So something to this magnitude, bro, I wouldn't put it past. Money make niggas do some very questionable shit. For real, for real. He got mad powers that I never heard of. I mean, what the fuck? Niggas has been doctoring shit for years. I mean, let's think about it. Even in the documentary, when Notorious B.I.G. had just negotiated his contract, you know what I'm saying? He had just negotiated his contract. Contract was signed by Notorious. Contract was signed by him. The moment he died, and these royalties was going to go to his family, he had his business partner change the stipulations on the contract. Didn't move the page with the signature, but amended things on other pages. So for money and power and to do things, yes, it can happen. It can happen. And when you got money, the nigga just beat a fucking Rico. It has never been done. The nigga had 8 lawyers. He had a fucking dream team. Like, people don't understand. The law is only this much. Money is the rest. And it's always been that way. Ever since the system was called the good old boy system. It's always been that way. Money has always ruled everything. Pac been saying this shit. You feel me? You want to get off, be a millionaire. That's all you got to do. You feel me? The only time you're going to see people of stature start to crumble is when they start fucking with the white man's money. And that's just all I can say about that shit. It's crazy as hell, man. Hey, if you have not watched that documentary, please go and watch the documentary. Some very interesting shit. There was a lot of things that also came out a little bit after the documentary. 50 Cent and Marlon Wayans, you know what I'm saying, they got in a little spat back and forth or whatever. Ja Rule, he got into a spat with 50 back and forth. You know what I mean? And that's what we're gonna talk about on next Breakfast and Bud. So I'm gonna give you a little homework, because I want you to marinate on it now. Is 50 any different? Is 50 any different? You feel what I'm saying? When it comes down to some of these powerful men to be. The Jay-Z's, the Diddy's, you know what I'm saying? This is the question. A lot of people feel like that 50 is throwing rocks and hiding his hands, you know what I'm saying? And I want to know how y'all feeling. I really want Marlon to chill. Because, see, I don't want to know things I don't want to know about somebody who I really fuck with. So I want him just to be quiet, shut on up. You feel me? Because we all know 50 Been did a 10-part series on every brother in the Wayans family. And I don't want to see that. But I want to know right now. Yes, we are going to get into some Tootie Uncensored soon. We are. I got some help. Not even really some help, but help trying to get my thoughts and shit back into order. You feel what I mean? I will be back tonight. We will be doing videos today. You dig what I mean? I got some reinforcements or whatever. I got my ass chewed out. I think I had enough time to where I can wallow and grope. You feel what I mean? So I had to just kind of get out my feelings some. And then I wasn't feeling good. It was just a combination of a lot of shit. But yes, we will be getting to the Uncensored and to Reacts. I'm going to be back with a vengeance starting today. I want to say shout out to everybody who's bearing with me. There was a lot of people who I talked to who kind of know me personally, who knew I was going through a little bit or whatever. So yeah, it's just a process. That's all it was. But yes, I will be back. I love the fuck out y'all. I really, really do. We got a lot of videos. Sai got a whole bunch of shit in my email. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started. Right when I get back, I just got to go grocery shopping. I've been eating out extremely too much. You feel what I'm saying? Just frivolous shit. Just being too lazy, whatever. So I'm finna go and give me some meats and shit to throw in this freezer. And then I'll be back and we'll get started. So yeah, man, I love y'all. You know what I mean? Go watch the documentary if you have not watched the damn documentary. I'm trying to tell y'all, shout it. It's good, good, good. I love the hell out of y'all, man. It's the holiday time. Christmas will be here soon. Start your Christmas list.